Aloha, ya ate relatives. Just gonna settle in after a long day and wait for a few of you to come on. But in the interim, just gonna play this beautiful song called Blessed We Are. Hawaii, we are back in time a little bit from the rest of you on Turtle Island. Aloha, beautiful Raquel. So it'd be beautiful to see how many people on Turtle Island are awake at this hour. For me here on Maui, it's almost 7:15 in the evening. There's 5 people on. Just gonna give it a few more minutes, just a couple more minutes actually. It's good to see you on here, Sister Raquel. Thank you for all your beautiful work. If this topic resonates with you right now, I encourage you to stay on with us. So the topic is about clearing away and removing blocks, astral projections, and negative energies. This is a practice that I do on myself, more on the regular these days, since there's been a huge shift planetarily with Mother Earth. Some of you know her as Pachamama, Donansin, Mama Gaia. You know, this time that we're in is a beautiful opportunity to go within. Also, a beautiful opportunity to bring forward the gifts that you have been putting on the back burner, such as myself. Knowing that our time is now to step it up and step forward and be in service. So if you're being called to be part of this Facebook Live, and yes, it's an impromptu, I just wasn't sure how my day was going to navigate, but in my heart and in my mind, I planned on offering you this today. I'm one who flows like water, primarily. I don't necessarily schedule things or make plans too much. That used to be my old way, but it's served me better to just breathe and flow like water and be present the best that I can in any given day or situation. So today has been an interesting day, which I would like to share with you, because that's what's prompting me to offer you this clearing. So on this island of Maui, I live on a on a small town called Haiku, and it's more jungle side, where there's less traffic, and there's no traffic lights in Haiku. It's just the energy here is more calm because of the less traffic, and there's food trees and there's jungle trees, and you can hear the birds and the roosters, and it's a beautiful space that I finally got guided to. And last year I moved 4 times to find finally the place that I can call home here on the island that resonates with me energetically. So today I needed to go to Kahului, which is the town where the airport is, and many of the primary stores like Costco, Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, Ross, and all the rest of them, Home Depot. And as I started driving towards Kahului, I felt the energy starting to shift. And being an empathic being, which is someone who feels more than most people, I started to feel the fright, the fear, all of the things that people have been feeling globally. But it's being on an island, it seems like the energy that you can really feel because we're surrounded by water. And so there's not really anywhere for these energies to go. So I went to Kahului and started to feel this, and then I needed to go to Kihei, which is another part of the island where it's more dense in population, typically. And there's the condos and the timeshares and the hotels over there. And the energy started to feel very uncomfortable. I started to feel pain in the back of my neck. I started to feel so much tension in this upper region of my body. And then in here, my third eye and my temples, just this energetic, like, discomfort. And I found myself breathing through that because it was so uncomfortable. And I realized that I needed to do a clearing on myself as I'm driving, which I don't recommend unless you're used to doing something like that as you're driving. So I just started calling in all those that are best associated with clearing away and removing blockages and psychic attacks and energetic cords imposed upon me and my higher self. And and then right after I did that, I felt so much lighter. I felt more at peace. And I'm realizing that these clearings, I'm having to do them more often. And and then as I was feeling into that, I realized that this is probably a good tool that a lot of you could use in your daily practice for yourself, especially those of you who are extremely sensitive. So that's just sharing that little brief story. And as soon as I started to come back home, I just felt so much better. I did smudge myself off with some sage, and then I went outside and my housemate said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I just need to release one more thing." And I just howled out into the sky, into the outside of the space where we live. And I was like, "Ah, I feel so much better now." So yes, if you would like to receive, I'm here to guide you through how to do a cleansing and clearing on yourself. So right now, if you have anything around you, such as incense, essential oils, Palo Santo, sage, if you want to just go ahead and step away and go grab those and clear out your energy space. Let's start there. Clear out your sacred space, your home. I'm sure that's where most of you are right now. And while you're doing that, also grab crystals. If you feel called to grab any crystals, hold on to them. Put them near you, however, whatever feels good, because crystals are wonderful tools also to absorb any negativity, especially kyanite and selenite are good crystals and minerals to use, and they never need any cleansing. Tourmaline, black tourmaline is also a very good source to keep negativity around you. I'll show you really briefly. So I wear in a little pouch, I wear black tourmaline, and I always pin it near my heart, right on top of my heart if I can, depending on what I'm wearing. And that seems to help. So it's always good to carry these on your person. If you're a woman, and you wear a bra, carry them in your bra, or pin them on the inside of your blouse, your dress, or whatever it is that you're wearing. So go ahead and gather those tools. If you have a mister, like um, a diffuser, that's wonderful to load up to and clear away energies, and for keeping your sleeping space clean and clear while we're going through this time with this virus. You oils to use. Sometimes I'll mix it with some lemon oil, and also sometimes I'll do let's see, basil, rosemary, and if you have melaleuca, that would help too. And then also eucalyptus, tea tree, whatever feels called to put those oils in your diffuser. And then I have mine next to my bedside, and so not on the regular, but when I feel called that I need to kind of like give myself a little boost from those oils, like I did last night, and I just ran the diffuser. So feel free to reach out to me anytime through Messenger if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling fears, your own fears, or even fears from others, which are projections. If you're feeling any anxiety, any doubt, anything that is causing you to worry at this time, myself and many others are here to help you during this time. And even sometimes, us healers, we need assistance too. And so there's times that I'll call upon others within my circle when I'm not able to clear something myself or process through something. It's always good just to talk it out with somebody else and get that clarity, or move through that feeling of being stuck. And I know a lot of you are probably feeling very isolated as well at this time. Those of you who don't have a partner and you're by yourself in your home, and just know that you are always surrounded by angels and your guides and your guardians. Not necessarily, of course, in the physical, but they're always with you. Your ancestors are always with you to protect you, to guide you through anything that you may be going through. And you just need to call upon them and tell them what you need in that moment, whatever you're feeling or going through. So if you all are ready, shoot me some hearts so that I know that you're ready and your space is ready for you with your Palo Santo, sage, essential oils, or whatever you brought into your space. And remember to breathe and drink plenty of water. And get yourself in a very comfortable space, whether you choose to sit. Just make sure that you're nice and relaxed if you choose to sit. Laying down would be best, but however you feel comfortable. And then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and take in some deep breaths with me. Deep inhalation through your nose, and really on the exhale, push it out with your belly. Feel that ha breath as you're pushing out. Inhaling the present and pushing out the past with that ha breath. Inhaling what serves you and your highest good. Exhaling what does not serve you and your highest good with that ha breath. The breath is something that was taught to me by elementals here on the island. Always go back to the breath when fear, anxiety, stress, depression, doubt start to creep into your being. Always go back to the breath. With the breath, you're able to release and come back to center and balance and grounded. So with your eyes closed, together we are going to call in all beings, archangels and ascended masters who are best associated with clearing away and removing any psychic cords imposed upon you by psychic attacks, by projections of envy, jealousy, removing and cutting away any blockages that may have been imposed upon you. And be conscious about your breath and how you're breathing through this process. And feel free to call in any guides or any beings that you normally work with as well. Any beings of protection, call them into your space now. We're going to ask Archangel Michael to surround us with beautiful liquid white light. It's so brilliant, so bright. And wrap around us this beautiful white light like a cocoon. Imagine you're a caterpillar inside the chrysalis. Encapsulating your cells with this beautiful white light. And as your guides and your protectors continue to show up in your space, the archangels and the ascended masters that are best associated with removing and clearing away anything that has been projected upon us, upon you at this time. So along with me out loud or within your heart space, in your mind, we say again, we call upon the angelic realm and the masters that are best associated with removing and clearing away any psychic cords that may have been imposed upon and attached to your auric field. We ask these beautiful beings to remove and clear away any blockages, including our own, that we may have imposed upon ourselves. These blockages that may be keeping us from our own financial abundance, from healthy relationships, that may be keeping us from all that we deserve, all that we desire. Take in a deep cleansing breath and really feel that in your heart. We call upon these beings, these angelic beings, these heart-based beings, to remove any psychic cords and any tethers, any projections that have been imposed upon you and me. Narcissistic vampires as well. Those are people that just take and take and take your energy, deplete you. We ask that these also be removed at this time, right now. It's important that you say with me, right now. In this moment, feel the energies around you getting lighter. Feel yourself getting lighter right now, as the ascended masters and the angelic realm are removing these blockages that you may have imposed upon yourself, or that maybe someone else has imposed upon you. And removing away all these psychic cords, all these projections of negativity. Not just in this 3D dimension, but also all realms and all dimensions. Make sure you say that to yourself also, right now. And take a deep breath. One more cleansing breath, and on the exhale, that God breath. Feel your auric field being cleansed and becoming lighter. Feel all these projections and cords and blockages being removed from you right now. And we thank these masters and angels, guardians, guides, ancestors. We thank all that have showed up at this time to assist and help with this practice that we just did for ourselves. We give much gratitude and thanks. And we also, if you know where these projections, blockages, or anything have come from, whether you know where they came from or not, we transmute this energy and send it, him or her, love and light and blessings and forgiveness. Blessing them, loving them, having compassion. Continue to take in deep cleansing breaths, as many as you need, while you're transmuting this energy, these frequencies. Stepping back into your power, into your truth, knowing who you are. Some you may have just gotten sidetracked for a moment. Distracted for a moment. Come back to who you really are, the beautiful being that you are. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. I feel so much energy that we moved. It feels so wonderful. Good job. So if there's anything any of you would like to share, what you experienced, I just want to acknowledge who has jumped onto this Facebook Live. Raquel, love you, sister. Christy Ann, aloha. Carissa Ann, aloha. April Mangino. Tom Sheldon, Marza Miller, Alina Romero, Kayla Inman Little, Amanda, I don't want to botch up your last name. I'll do my best. Amanda Kwiatkowski, Cassandra Wesselman, Taryn Scudder, John McKay, Shakti Mayumi, Beautiful to see you all here. If you have anything you would like to share, feel free to put that in the comment. I'm just gonna sit here for a moment and see if Spirit has any messages for any of you, or if any of these beings who assisted with this process have any messages for you. In the great shift, the great awakening that we are experiencing now, do your best to stay balanced, grounded, and centered by distancing yourself as much as you can from social media. Go out in nature as much as possible, whether you have access to the mountains or to the ocean. Ground yourselves in best you can, as often as you can. Some of us still have to go out and go shopping for groceries. Some of us are blessed with food trees and vegetable gardens on our land and properties. But if you don't have that, when you go out, like I did earlier today, just make sure you put on your armor, your spiritual armor, whatever that is for you, whether it's crystals carrying, or wrap yourself in beautiful white, pink light, gold light, Blu-ray light, whatever your protection shields are. Even mantras can be protection shields. And during this time, for a lot of us who are empathic, a lot of times we'll want to feel like retreating and stay hibernated in our house. But then we're not really being in service to the full capacity that we can. So there are different ways to be in service, definitely. If it's just too debilitating to go outside of your beautiful sacred space, whether that's your home or wherever that may be, you can definitely meditate for humanity, that everyone shifts out of their state of fear and anxiety from the unknown. And the unknown we cannot control, but many's minds are going there. And if we can just all collectively hold space and pray and love up on those who are not quite awake yet, and do our best not to have any judgment upon those who still have a ways to go, even on their awakening process during their ascension, and send them compassion and love instead of judgment. Our humanness will often go into that state of judgment, and it's easy to do because we are human. But just do your best just to send love and light to whoever. And those who are not serving you well during this time, you don't have to keep them in your field, which means you don't have to speak with them if they're causing you to lower your vibration, your energetic frequency with their toxic words, or maybe even their behaviors. It's okay to distance yourself from these people, and just, you can compassionately say, I love you so much, but I'm going to choose to love you from a distance right now, and I'm not abandoning you, but this time that we're going through, I need to protect myself, or however you choose to speak to these people. And a lot of them are probably going to get very defensive, and that's okay too. And sometimes that just shows us where others are at, and that's okay too. That's perfect. Everyone is perfect, and everyone is exactly where they all need to be right now. But you can choose, because everything is a choice. You can choose to continue to surround yourself with with those who are bringing you down energetically, or you can distance yourself and really take this as an opportunity to go really deep and really go within, and go plant some vegetables or fruit, Go paint if you've been putting that off. Creativity, for many, have been put on the back burner, whether that's painting or writing or singing, even anything. Maybe there's some things you've been wanting to do but didn't have the time for it, and now you've got plenty of time. So what's happening, what's going on in our planet, is a beautiful gift if you can look at it that way, because the gift is allowing us to really see where our gifts are, where our talents are, and where we are best, where we can shine and share our magic. And yeah, that's what's come through so far right now. So I would like to read out loud. I see some of you have been writing to me as I have been channeling that message. Let's see. Tom Sheldon says, thank you. Raquel says, just grateful, sister. Blessings to you. Be well. Yes, I am well. I'm very healthy and very well. And Carissa Ann says, so beautiful and feel better. Thank you so much. Funny how you called us back at the end. I was one who had gotten distracted, drifting away. LOL. Yep. So that was Spirit just channeling through me, these messages that I had a feeling that some of you needed to hear. And, be gracious with yourself and forgiving with yourself for getting distracted. And it's okay. It's okay. And Amanda says, thank you so much. You're so welcome. So at the end here, I see Paul Edfors joined us, and also Charles Langley. Aloha to you both. We're just at the very end of this guided clearing away and moving away, removing blockages. And if you're in a position where you have been feeling psychically attacked, or projections like jealousy, envy, narcissistic people trying to suppress you with their energetic frequency, removing away blockages, whether they're coming from someone else or yourself. And we're all guilty of blocking our own gifts and things that we've been calling in. It's very interesting how the human psyche works that way. Aloha, Jennifer Taggart. So I feel like we are complete for this, and I will invite you to listen to the beginning. It's not a very long guided meditation, if you want to call it that, but it was a beautiful experience sharing it with all of you. And feel free to share this with anyone else that you feel could benefit from this practice. And before we wrap up, let's make sure that we thank all of our ancestors and thank all of the angelic beings and ascended masters and all those who showed up to remove away all these blockages and cords and negative projections. And we thank them from our hearts, giving so much gratitude to all that came into this beautiful space to help us clear out and remove all these things that do not serve us and do not serve our highest good. And just know and remember that I love you so much. And feel free to reach out to me through Messenger anytime if you're feeling anything, because sometimes just talking it through helps. And I am here for you. So, and bless you, sending you so much love and gratitude. And we'll see you next time. Aloha.